So with Shadow of the Erdtree just a couple of weeks away, we have brand new Shadow of the Erdtree gameplay. So while we watch some of the gameplay in the background, let's go over exactly how this DLC is going to start. As we have predicted in the past, once you interact with Miquella's body in Mog's Palace, you will be transported into this cave that you see in the background right now, in the wherever place the DLC is going to be held. Now you can see the tree in the background as soon as you start the DLC. Now, the gameplay is going to be a bunch of different areas and a bunch of different enemies you're going to be able to see, and some of the brand new abilities in the game as well. Now, I'm not really too sure exactly how long the game is going to last, or the DLC exactly in terms of playtime, but let's just say around 30 plus hours of actual game time. Now, that probably doesn't include all of the exploring and all the quests and items you're going to be able to get, and all the bosses that's going to be included in the DLC. In the background right now, you can see obviously some of the bosses or some of the enemies that you're going to be fighting, especially with the fire new war giant thing that was basically behind the lore behind this enemy. It was some sort of war machine that is filled with corpses on fire. So that's actually pretty damn cool. Now, I don't exactly know how many areas there are in the DLC, but you're going to be able to see a bunch of different areas and a bunch of different enemies in the background gameplay right now. There are definitely some unique looking places in the DLC that we probably have never seen before in the game anyway. Now, some places may look a little bit familiar, especially with the starting area that looks like Lindell, just outside of the capital city, which is again a really interesting area to see. Now, there's going to be a bunch of different cave systems, some sort of like moonlit area as well, with a lot of lit enemies, some sort of like swamp area that kind of looks like Limgrave, but definitely a bit more swampy, which is really interesting. Now, there's going to be a bunch of NPCs as well that you're going to be able to interact with in this DLC. Obviously, different quest lines and different enemies and different areas, depending on where you're going to be going. Different quest lines is going to interact and be available for you. Now, yeah, there's also a lot of different spells in the gameplay that you're going to be able to see. Definitely a lot of new abilities, especially with how they've implemented a lot of fighting moves that we haven't really seen in the past. Now, that's probably due to the modding that we have seen in the past. There has been a lot of different mods, especially from the anime community, which obviously I'm a huge fan of. So seeing a lot of fighting moves and a lot of different abilities that we have seen in mods actually be implemented into the DLC. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of different gameplay that you're going to be seeing in the background. Tell me down in the comments what you actually think of it. Yeah, definitely does look very interesting. My favorite part about the gameplay that I have seen previously, I think there's only one gameplay that's actually released right now, which is what you're watching at the moment. And yeah, we definitely do see a lot of different areas and things in the gameplay. So what I'm actually watching in the background right now, this character right here, or this specific gameplay, you can see some of these enemies may look a little familiar, but they're like shadow enemies, and you will definitely see some of the new abilities and the new moves and spells that's going to be used, and it definitely does look very powerful and very different to what we've seen in the past. So yeah, again, let me know in the comments what you think about everything that you've seen so far. And here we have some of the boss, well, one of the boss actually. Now, we've seen this guy in the trailer, but we've never actually seen what the fight looks like. So here you go, this is some of the boss gameplay. Now, I don't actually know where this guy is located. I don't know if he's going to be a main boss, most likely a main boss, as he is in the trailer, and very much a priority in the trailer as well. And some of the screenshots we've gotten, you see some of the brand new spells, and this guy, I don't think it's going to be too difficult, but probably, you know, some sort of challenge. We have been told in the DLC we are going to be getting a boss that's going to be even harder than Millennia, so we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, other than that, the gameplay does definitely have a lot of interesting things. And the fire giants here towards the end, I'm just going to call them the fire giants, or the fire machine, or the fire war machine, whatever you want to call it. This guy will be a boss as well. How difficult? Not sure. Probably most likely harder than the fire giants that we've got in the base game. Because this guy definitely does look a little bit stronger and a little bit more difficult to dodge some of the moves that he's going to be throwing at you, whereas the fire giant was very, very slow. You can pretty much dodge every attack that he has to give. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. You can go ahead and search more on YouTube if you want to see even more gameplay, but I just wanted to come here and show you some of the gameplay that I've seen recently of Shadow of the Erdtree. I will see you guys very, very soon, coming with the DLC that's going to be dropping on the 20th and many more games that are going to be dropping on the way. We've got Destiny on the line today in about 10 minutes, and we've got First Descendants dropping very, very soon, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. I will see you all very soon.